It's ghost time! We've been going boo. That's what we've been doing as a ghost, right? Pretty sure. Ah. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? I was about to say let's get those good ghost trick jams in, but the game hasn't actually started playing jams yet. There we go. This game is rated M for missile. Missile's one of those words that I can't remember how I pronounce now because I've been saying it in so many different accents. Do I normally say missile or missile? I don't know. Where we've been going, I don't know what that word is. Yeah. Let's hop on over. Yeah, so we're doing more of this. The draw-through ended. We might have done a Falls AU, but we're also halfway through a puzzle in this, and I want to play more. It's a good game. It's missile and sissile, exactly. Missile and sissile. Why not? Anyway, I hope everybody's looking forward to taking a break from linear algebra. I'll be honest, the problem that was posed, so for context, Jeeb's playing a game and was asked a linear algebra problem. Just in the game, randomly. I'll be honest, I didn't even see it as a linear algebra problem, and I'm the algebra boy, you know? I looked at it like, okay, 4 times the number of cars is how many tires there should be, subtract the number of tires in the problem, and that's how many tires are missing. Every car's missing a tire at most. Bada boom. And then Ragdoll's like, yeah, no, it's a system of simultaneous linear equations. And like, oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Bloody matrices, they pop up everywhere. Anyway, hi. Didn't even get to explain what a matrix is. A matrix is just a grid of numbers, basically, or a grid of elements. Could be numbers, could be anything. But you can do stuff with them. They can represent fun things like manipulations of space. Or ways of swapping things around, like we're going to do with Missile. Haha, see, segue. So last time, some stuff happened. Quite a lot of stuff happened. Well, we learned quite a lot of stuff. We learned that Detective Jowd, is not responsible for his wife's death. I assumed he would have been possessed to do it, but it turns out that wasn't the case. His daughter, who is... I always forget her name. In summary of last time, big smile. It was just, why am I forced to do math? I swear I'm not stupid. Camilla, that's it. Yeah, so Camilla, who turns out is his daughter, set up a little surprise welcome home, it's your birthday thing for her mum, and something, presumably a ghost, manipulated the machine to turn into a murder machine. However, Jowd took the bullet, as it were, took the blame for it to protect his daughter, which basically just made things worse. However, we have now managed to convince the Minister of Justice that this is all happening because he was also possessed to sign the execution of Jowd. So now basically everybody is kind of aware because they've been looking into this possession thing for a while. They thought it was some sort of machine or whatever, but now they're like, oh, it's ghosts. Okay, that makes more sense. Everyone's on this page now. Apart from Cabaniella, who ran out the room. Dad's trying, yeah. Trying. Daughter. Doesn't help you've never had to do a math problem in English before. Ah, that makes sense, yes. Everyone is very dumb. We did learn this, yes. Except a very good boy called Missile, who is dead. So it turned out, when we met Camilla, it turned out that she died at some point in the recent past and had been saved because she had a core, which means that we could communicate with her as a ghost. And we subsequently discovered that she was saved by Missile, who was also killed by the blue people. And we are now teaming up with Missile to stop Missile from accidentally killing someone else to save Camilla. But it turns out Missile has a completely different set of skills to us. We can possess things and wobble them around. Missile can swap two things in space, so long as they're the same shape. So, and it's bending my brain a little bit. So we stopped halfway through that puzzle last time. But yeah.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks.
We're teaming up with the only smart character. Now, hi Darkade. Thank you for subscribing. 23 months, almost 2 years, my word. How you doing? You're not gonna like this, Dark. But this also, what I'm seeing here, also corroborates a thought that I had, which was, if we're going back to before the guy died, which was way before we met up with Camilla later, how far back have we gone? And it seems this gives us the answer. We've gone back from 1:28 a.m. to 8:25 p.m. We seem to have traveled quite a lot back in time to solve this problem. So how far back can we go? Can we go back to our murder? That would solve a lot of problems. We just need the right deaths to happen at the right time. Dog has the same powers as one of the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. Ooh, nice. Dog is an animal. Missile's not a topologist, so we can say that all of these shapes are the same. I know. Would have been nice. Tired and your presents got sent to you, and not the right address. Oh dear. 4 minutes before the death, yes, but how far back is the death? And we've seen that, like, if the death happens at the right time and we can get to it, we can hop back, which is giving me a theory, but I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, so I guess this is the most, yeah, this is the one where we were like, okay, we're in the puzzle. So let's do it. Almost caught up on the Jujutsu Kaisen manga and currently trying to figure out who that is. Yeah. All right, let's get started. Well, you're not gonna like this? One of the characters, don't worry about it. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. So this thing was gonna crush Camilla, but Missile swapped it with a leaf, thereby saving Camilla, but also crushing someone else. And we're gonna try and stop that from happening. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Like this rugby ball, something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, a rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. It looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press V. There she is. That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you press V, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Yeah, so V, G, thoughts, what do we got? All right, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see where it goes. That's what we did last time, and then we stopped because my brain started melting. And if I see something we can swap, I should use the V. So yes, if I go into this form, we can see over here, what's this? Oh, that's where Missile is. But yeah, so Camilla's here being creeped on. Now you remember. Also, don't worry, Dark, he's not in it much apart from the fact that he's the person we're trying not to kill. I've screwed myself over, haven't I? I've already failed. Well, I'm here now. Let's try that again. One move. Fool's mate. Right. That's 2 moves, I think. Right, again. This way, thank you. Okay, the problem we had. So what I wanted to do, we're going to fail this, but I'm going to show you. Up in this tree, there's an umbrella. And also this rugby ball. We can knock the umbrella down onto the branch that the rugby ball's on. And this guy jumps on this seesaw, throwing whatever's on it upwards. If that thing's heavy enough, I think it'll tip down the rugby ball, right? And we can swap a few circular things. Here, there's a basketball, there's a tire. However, we kept trying to do this, but the guy was too fast. See, he's doing that. So I didn't have time to actually manage to do that, because he has to get on this thing for me to be able to get up the tree. And the time it takes for him to get from there to the seesaw is too small. Is that the person who answered the wrong phone and you said would come back because you gave them an annoying voice? Maybe? We forgot what their voice was and chat convinced me to make it uwu, so... So yeah, we had that plan, but what we've got to do is we've got to try and slow him down. Everyone keeps saying, you know... The guy keeps going, oh, I'm so youthful, moving with the folly of youth, or whatever. So we've got to try and work out a way of slowing him down somehow. But we don't really have much at our disposal. Because we can only get over here, we can tip that up, but only if it's got something light on it, like the baseball. Would you look at that? There sure are a lot of round things around here. So we could swap the basketball, or the baseball, or the tire, we can swap those around with missile. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also round. Okay. Can I swap your hair with a tire? Let's see, to use missile powers, I just tap V. I'll try it and see what happens. So now with missile. And missile can also go very long distances, because he's a good boy. Oh, was it uwu back then? Oh, good. Well, we're nothing if not consistent then. Annoyingly consistent. Right, let's go. So we could, if we wanted to, swap this tire with... No, I remember this being awkward because this is designed for a 3DS, not a keyboard. No. 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 Okay, if I start this way. Aha! We'll swap those around. And that means you're consistent, is you think you recommended the voice both times. Nice. Cheap, consistent. I like the idea of the tire being here, but it doesn't seem to make a difference to the guy. We tried putting the tire in the swinging thing to slow him down. That didn't do anything. But we can swap, see what happens. We've got a tire here now. I think that if anything, this may be a timing thing, and I don't really understand how. Can the tire weigh this down? So I can get up faster? That might work. No, it's just gonna do that. Here he comes. Stop it. Stop being so mirthful. Doggo says, throw my goddamn ball! Yeah, you go back there. Can I get up from here? I can't. And we will be consistent, dog. We can explore. Whoops, we can explore with missile. We can get into this. I don't think there's anything we can do with it. I mean, the only thing we could do with an object has to be done by Sissel, and Sissel can't get there. So, and we don't have any object that looks like that to swap. Globe climber doesn't look like anything. Shoe is a shoe. Love letter, umbrella. So we can get to the rugby ball, we're too far away to swap it. Look at this funny flattened ball! Same shape. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino! But it's too far to swat from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. I'll have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. Send 100 balls to your house. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to manipulate the spinning thing. We need to get to it though, so we need to wait for the guy to get there. And I think I want this to be the basketball, but I'm not sure. Okay, hop. Do something, spin so I can get on the basketball. Close enough. Okay. Oh, I can spin this. Okay, we missed that last time. Cool, good. Spin. Aha! Right, that's something. Oh, the music's better. Oh yeah, I need to manipulate this. Go up. Flip, flip. Umbrella, go down. Open. Force. Aha! There we go. Thank you, Garrett. Can't pay customs for 100 boars. That's alright. I think Thunk can pay for customs. Oh, that was so close! If it hit the ball, I could have knocked it down. Oh, I've got to time it to be hit with the ball. Okay, that's not what I was aiming for, but okay. Is that all this umbrella could be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers! And don't forget about my recklessness of youth! Yeah, I still want to see him knock the... I think it was... I want to swap the tire with the basketball, though. Because I think the basketball was the right height. Well, we'll see. Yeah, yeah. See, that's too low. It's too low. Okay. We'll try that plan again. Tire's too heavy to be knocked high enough to get in the umbrella, so I think the basketball will do. So let's try this again. We made progress on last time when I was just sitting here not doing anything. Puzzle games on stream. It's a dangerous combination. We've got to sit for the dialogue again. Not many things in this game annoy me, but unskippable cutscenes in a game that's built around going back in time. Right, V. Let's get Missile on board. We don't want the tire yet. Maybe we do want the tire. There. Swap those. Oh, like that. Got a basketball there. Now we wait for Jumpy Man. Remember mashing through dialogue like that several times because you have to redo a couple of puzzles. Like, yeah. Get on the thing, please. I know swings are fun. It's time to have a bit more fun. Yeah. Perfect timing. So you could knock it down with the baseball, but I'm trying my own theory. They're going to go on about that now. Open the umbrella. Okay, now I want to see if the basketball goes in it. If so, it might knock the rugby ball down because they're on, well, they're on the same branch, but we'll see. Whoop. Aha. Now, what can we do with that? Ah, now. Cancel. Now we get missile to swap it with the tire. Yeah, that's definitely what I had planned. Which is heavy enough. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, there's the music box. It's got a gun in it. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it! In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then, from there, you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet! Of course you can, Missile. Yo, the best. Okay, so we can't get to this yet. We have to wait for it to fall. Because this guy, like, accidentally drops this after trying to steal Camilla. Ah, yeah, like that. Can I queue? Queue? Oh, that happens automatically. Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go. The finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Minno's the name of the mascot that's a big concrete thing of. Swap. You get hit in the head with a rugby ball. Bonk. There, how's that? My hold has been spelled. Truly, that was a try worthy of the goals. Rugby puns. First try. Sure. And now Mino is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Yeah, now we gotta save you though. Your Howard has been spelled. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't you wish your life away already? Best beaten. But you're gonna have to get saved at some point, Missile. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then, to the present. Yes, boy. He's the bestest boy. Don't you smile. A lot of smiles been happening here. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Oh yeah, Camilla got kidnapped by the blue people, but she was like in the red case the guy was carrying around, and she had like a book and a drink. It looked very cozy. But they kidnapped her, thinking she was the daughter of the minister who lived next door. Because apparently they look the same age, even though one looks 10 and one looks 5. I don't know. They keep all their memories from dying in time travel. Yes, and also the people who get saved, if we communicate with them when they're dead, they are able to communicate with us afterwards and remember what happened. Which is why about half the cast of this game now know that ghosts exist. Cabaniella has yet to die and share this experience, but fingers crossed. Aside from Sissel, he has enemy. Yeah. But Sissel wasn't contacted by a ghost after death. Sissel just sort of went, I'm here. Lynn, listen to my story without saying anything. Oh yeah, sorry, the music box contains the gun that was in the Rube Goldberg machine that Camilla set, that Camilla set up 5 years ago. She didn't put it in the machine. That was all part of the whatever was manipulating it. But that was the thing that was the murder weapon, and so Jowd hid it in a music box and gave it to Lynn to keep it out of the way of the police. And now we're like, well, we need to prove your innocence, so let's get that gun. None of them have had some kind of crisis knowing there's an afterlife? Yes, the minister did. It was a very long time in denial. Even though, theoretically, he's the one who probably should have accepted it quickest. Because he knew there's a manipulator thing going on. They've been looking into that for a while. But I guess they didn't know it was ghosts until now? I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's all right. After all, she has me! Huh? Missile? Are you in there? Miss Lynn! Leave Miss Camilla to me! I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile? Wind! No! You bring the good boy back. Miss Len! Is that Moon again? I don't trust you, Moon. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to Missile. Yeah, it kinda looks like Missile's being left up to the wind. Who's controlling the wind? Oh, you! Mr. Bonky Bumps. Oh! I have something to give you! Stop the Powerk from being turned into a housing site! Protect the Powerk, the Walk of the Gowerwoods! Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. Yeah, someone not gonna check on the reckless youth, he's still not moving. They heard you. Careful what you wish for, Thunk. My apologies! This is for you! Oh? That fits. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Reckless youth will be in your room tonight. Somebody order a reckless youth? And now to toll, I was only doing what the Walk of the Gods would have warranted. Whoa. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Did she fit that huge thing in her pocket? Same way Cabanella fit an entire chair up his backside last time. So, hammer space. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Is it not? Excuse me, but are you? Yes. Aha, my theory. Just a quick theory I came up with last time. Anyway. No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? I want you that little girl from that time. Oh, we never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Yes, he said he regretted not doing something. Are you talking about... Trick time? What are we talking about? Oh, conversation, I guess. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Have you met this strange young man before, Lynn? I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago, and this park. It could only be one thing that I can think of. That is a serious question. How much drugs are you on right now? Don't think she needs them. It looks like I'd be better left to talk to Mr. Leaflet here. Okay. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day. Okay, something's happening every 5 years. We meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is? It could just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I will have all the dialogue because this voice is really soothing. I was actually about to do that. Rock of the Gods. Which gods exactly? I put in a lot of wah just for fun. Like Mario falling. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Missile. No, it's dead. Missile. Way to undercut the tension. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean dogs? Of course not. Don't be silly. Oh, don't be silly. This is very serious. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Walk of the Gods now. Take a look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods, Tamzik Park. The Rock of the Gods? So longer ooh speak is wah 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 speak. Thought it was an asteroid. Thought it was. Is this aliens? The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there it's been there these 10 years. You smile at me, Kiram. Ever since that day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite. Precisely. It dropped from the sky on the day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? 10 years ago. That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that they would change my destiny. As the sun was going down and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek. Now just calm down and drop that weapon. We don't know who this is. So stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Happened in the 80s and her family disappeared. Who's this? I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick, it was painful, just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Bluish. Bloody asteroid. Friggin' aliens. This is aliens. How old is this guy to still be considered a youth? He's talking about his reckless youth coming back. So there's an excuse there. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. Oh, there's multiple. Is that what Pigeon Guy's studying? And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. Oh, so Zhao didn't shoot him. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. Many hmms. 10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Walk of the Gods. Oh my, I can't believe it. The Walk of the Gods was given the name Temzik, and still today, it lies sweeping deep in the park's earth. Why is it sweeping? No, sweeping. Temzik. So this was the thing that, at the beginning, the meeting between Lin and whatnot was set up to be talking about was Temzik. Lin wanted to know more about that, I think. That's the first time we heard it. At the time, for some reason, I thought it was a substance. Apparently it's a place. I never knew about this Temzik. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then. And you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. She's a police detective right now, right? So how long does it take to become a police detective? This was 10 years ago. Tem no go to colleague. Tem sick, tem full up. I think we need a tomato smile, yeah. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. I mean, that was a monument. It's strange you'd never heard of it, Lin. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news, and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. She's like a junior detective still. I would say at the time she was probably older than the little kid is now, the one in bed. You really wish this game didn't have an anime art style because it's making guessing ages so much harder. The meteorite was named Temzik after the name of this park that it fell in. And then the work of the gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I have taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the work of the gods. That is my mission. She's at least 16 to 48 years old right now. Yes, the art style's amazing and you love it, but also is Sissel older than Lynn, and by how much? Starting to wonder that. I see. Also, Mistle's still dead. We have to do something about that. We have to do things about that at some point. I'm taking you with me, Mistle. So, 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. So neither's Jowd, apparently. Or is this what Jowd was saying when he said don't trust the memories of someone when he was talking about this incident because he thought he shot someone? I don't know. Everyone will listen to the homeless bag lady and the crazy here ranting about divine rocks and meteors. Yeah, it's a perfectly reasonable way to convince people to have things happen. That said, do love his design. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temzik thing. Exactly, see? And if he knew, when the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives. Did someone possess a meteorite to have that? Oh, I don't know. Like the ripples in a pond when a pebble's dropped in. It's a Doctor Who speech in this. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Well, apparently you can go back to before dawn anyway. Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. Of all the character designs aside from Itchy Feet guy, yes. Don't know who's older between Sissel and Lynn, this will come up later. Yes. I have a feeling it might. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Ah, good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I'd wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanela, right? I don't suppose he'd ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Itchy Feet Man needs to leave. He has! Itchy Feet Man left and we don't know where. He left his shoes behind. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know? Bet it's not in there. Ah! See? Yeah, calls that a knack? Looks more like brute strength to me. Oh, no, wow, that definitely fit. Here you are. Don't give the gun to a person who's known to have been possessed. It's a terrible idea. He needs to leave the game permanently. He might have. No, it's hard to find men's tops that fit, but it's quite ridiculous. It's, yeah. Look, he's a big roly friend. Mary Poppins box, see? I skipped that. I thought I read it. Scorch marks? Did anyone read it? They're looking for scorch marks inside the barrel, something, I guess. It's my assumption. Bailey did say that Itchy Feet Man was coming to the special print. Did he? I missed that. Oh, yeah, he did, because he was like, tell me to panic. The gun's cocked, the dude shouldn't be staring down the barrel like that. When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. Burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. that was the death.
Yeah, when it happened, Camilla...
No. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. Gun. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. Because that's how real deep frames work. If it's deep enough to hold a gun, you just put a picture in there and everything looks dandy. Why is the man from behind the desk wearing a dress uniform? He's like the Minister of Justice. He's like real fancy. Yeah, he's Justice Minister. He was the one who signed the execution for this guy's the warrant for this guy's execution, but he did so while being possessed, and he couldn't admit it. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. He's detective. I was attending a fancy dress party when the plot began. I think it was like a smock that he was covered with while painting in prison. That's my assumption. Also, it's a kind of supposed to be a metaphor because Cabaniella's got his nice clean white coat. And this guy's all splodgy. But there's a whole thing about like Cabaniella's trying to look clean, but he's not. He was painting in jail, and he was painting a mug that we find familiar. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room today, that day. Not today. Probably is still there today. I haven't cleaned it up. And the police are terrible at their job.
And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right?
Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design.
Yeah, but that angle was never brought up in court.
Yeah, possession of a Cupid statue is very difficult to get past a judge.
And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off for the execution at this point.
But that does mean that Camilla's now in danger of being executed. She's still kidnapped, and they still think that she's the Justice Minister's daughter. No one has really thought about this point. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Unless this is all an elaborate ruse. Thank goodness. I don't trust anything at this point. Where is the set that he's wearing that? This country. Everyone keeps referring to this country. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Oh yeah, speaking of, quick question. Asteroids. No, let's talk to the Justice Minister, see what he's got to say. What's the matter?
I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago?
Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth.
Do you really think so?
Yes. Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next. Am I right? Presumably an Eastern European autocracy. It is a presumption. Narnia, I'll go with that. This guy, he's wearing a long coat to hide his goat legs. She's right, Mr. Minister.
Yes, of course. I do believe she is.
What is it now?
I just don't know. What should I do next?
You'll figure it out. We believe in you. Why? Can't get over to her. Can I phone hop? Phone hop. Where can we go? Junkyard. Ray, are you alive still yet? Maybe? No, there's a bit to load. Still immobile, and still curiously a normal core called Ray that we can just go in. I feel like that has implications, but I'm not sure what they are yet. Still sleeping. This is probably still off, yep. We've got to check all of them. We find out things every time we do this. We know Ray isn't alive, he's been a ghost, true. Or is he? Novelist department, how are they doing? Oh yeah, this happened. An explanation will not be given. Oh, no, she's down. Okay, we're good. A miracle seems to have occurred in this room. Looks like the lady has somehow managed to escape the chandelier. With her family's harmony restored, her fingers move more lightly than ever. The little girl appears to be asleep. Hope she's having pleasant dreams at last.
Her face is a wrinkle, Papa.
I guess not. Yeah, we trapped her in a chandelier. Don't worry about it. Where's the rat? Is the rat alright? They got away, it's fine. Yeah, nothing to do here. No one's died here, that's important. That's where we just were. Anything at the park? The rat's fine. Got thwacked with a champagne bottle and electrocuted, but they're fine. Oh, and slightly set on fire. The entrance to a nearly deserted, dimly lit park. We were just here, Cecil. Oh, this is happening again.
Stop the power from being turned into a housing site. Protect the power and the walk of the gods.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you do that somewhere else? I'm a little busy right now and don't have time to talk.
And then let me ask you this. The walk of the gods, or this Camilla you mentioned? Which is more important? Please answer quickly and without reserve.
And Camilla, of course.
Oh. Camilla the gods.
That is some very nice moon cheese to nom on. Don't you moon cheese me.
Please answer quickly.
Even knowing the situation, this scene still looks pretty suspicious. Well, back up to their shenanigans. Right, you. Want to know more about you? You've got a lot more to do with this than I thought. I think, maybe. Nope, still not here. See, look, there's a rock in there. The old pigeony guy's still not back, huh? But you know, there's something different about the atmosphere of this place. Anyway, whatever. Is this spot the difference? Has something changed and I haven't noticed? Probably. I better follow my own leads. If I ever have to come back here again, I suppose fate will lead me here. Led me here, sorry. What happened to the park? Your iPad glitched. We saved the guy. It turns out the whole thing with Jowd and Lynn when she was a little girl, Jowd saving somebody with a gun. Turns out he didn't save her with a gun. A meteorite went through the body of the person and smashed into the park. This is the walk of the gods that the guy keeps talking about. But we managed to get back the music box, save the guy, and go back. And we still haven't asked Jowd about the meteorite, actually. Hang on a minute. We can get up here now. This wasn't here before. What is this? Helmet. Ah, well, screwed that up, didn't I? No, we can get down. This is different. What has happened down there? Something has happened down there, and I want to know what it is. Let's go back to the kitchen. The chef disappeared, but he was delivering some chicken. And the character Crest was playing as an Abelium. I mean, maybe. I have different theories. Yep, guy's singing. He's back. Yep, nothing there. Guard room. Please say foot guy's not here. Thank you. Oh, just then. Oh yeah,
walk off the gowards.
Guy's just pestering the guy on the stakeout. Oh, there's nothing new here, apparently. Game. But maybe. In the prisons. Yeah, probably not looking all the same, isn't it? Yeah, you're still digging. With your horrible, horrible head. Anything happening with the chair? I mean, there's no point in repairing it now, right?
The men who were fixing the chair are gone. I bet it's because the execution's been called off. They should have cleaned up a little better before they left. But there's nothing I can do about it from here.
Now that seems very counterintuitive. You'd be worried about things being clean. Well, rooms being whatever. Well, Bailey's not dancing, so evidently it's not panic time. We're good. Let's leave and see what's going on in this place. Basement, here we are.
Oh, the line doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I guess I can't go there right now.
Panic? Don't panic. Don't panic! Oh, he's still gone. Yeah, that's it. Well, unless there's... Apparently some things keep getting added. Who brought that helmet in there as well? Whose helmet is that? Too many mysteries. Kitchen! Sing to me your sultry Cockney tones.
Yeah, it looks like the chef's back. The rich sound of singing and the delicious aroma of chicken fills the air. La la la, the last chicken of the night. La la la, cooked by me in that secret special way for me alone. The chicken kitchen will open again tomorrow to share its chicken with the world. La la la. I sure would like to try some of that chicken.
Moon. Moon. Blink. Moon. Was it chunks of moon that fell? I bet the moon's absolutely nothing, and I've just latched onto something for no reason. But I'm still convinced the moon is up to something. Imagine if everyone loved their jobs that much. Oh, it'd be brilliant. If only. Well, this was Camilla's house. This is Jowd's house. That picture there should have scorch marks on it. There's nothing else we can travel around and do, is there? I mean, we can travel around, but I don't think there's really anything that we couldn't have done before. Nope, all standard. As far as I can tell. You never know with this game. To be fair, if I got an entire cooked chicken at the end of my workday, every day, I'd probably be quite happy. They left the cake there for so many years. Be all mouldy now. Right, back to the minister's office. And have a chat with Mr. Jowd about this whole meteorite situation. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I'd be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years.
Tell us your secret, Mr. Jawad.
But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow, I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away.
Manipulator!
Sissel told me about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister too. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated too. Did shoot a guy. There was just always part of me that couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. Oh, that image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it? And why did they do it? Camilla's contraption. That contraption was for a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No one has a memory. You got killed by this thing. Lynn, this literally killed you. You should prioritize that more in your brain. How did you ever become a detective? Junior detective, I guess. Jowd did it. Yeah, no surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right, I knew it! See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. So we're gonna go back to the room that's just been blown up or whatever's happened. I told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact contraption tonight in a completely different place. Why? She's died like 4 times already. True. If something happened to me 4 times in a night, I wouldn't remember the exact details about all of them. But then again, if that something was dying... That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town. Never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? My thoughts indeed, Mr. Cecil. Temzik. Detective Jowd, he must have heard that name... You must have heard that name before. Oh, Temzik, not Detective Jowd. He's probably heard Detective Jowd quite a lot. Temzik. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago, you were there. So you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. Also, if that something was dying by the stupidest contraption while you stood there and let it happen. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal someone's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite! Jowd, you really love pretending you've killed people. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away, no question about it. It was entirely my fault. That mystery man. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true! Legally. You were trying to save me. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. It's not how that works, Joe. Huh? That's not how it works. The truth about 10 years... How many truths are we peeling away here? Bloody onions. On that day, 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? All the truths. Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. You're the dumbest, most self-sacrificing for no reason bitch you've ever seen. Also, I killed like 50 people on the way to the park. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. And killed the guy behind him. At the time, I were a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Oh, okay, so he was like running away from a thing. There was a gun shot and he was like, oh crap, grab this girl. Hostage. Okay. How's that man a detective if he doesn't know what murder is? You didn't murder anyone, but you convinced yourself you did and wanted to get executed for it. He convinced himself of it twice. Detective Jowd. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. Funky guilt trip. So the man who grabbed me that day, my me. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. No, I don't think you have. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. Just let all the murderers go and then execute Jowd for it. Apparently that'll solve all problems in the world. He's the kind of guy that spends the rest of his life crying about that time he shot a suicide bomber in the head before he blew up in a crowd of random people at Christmas. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. In particular... And tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I want to remember. Conveniently, I'm quite wide, so I'm covering it up for effect. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. But wait just 1 minute. There can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It was my face. Metal Gear. You telling me I was the man at the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole and the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. What a twist! But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. Again. Hey, how many times have you died, though? By the way, the name that I know the man in the... There. The name I know that man in the park by that day. By the way, the man that I know... The name... I'm slightly drunk. They gave me a lot of brandy for the execution. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by... isn't Sissel. What? Okay, so that sorts that out. From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? I thought it was gonna be him, but that seemed way too obvious. There's more. Oh, hi. Mr. Minister. Inspector Cabanela, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Oh, hey, Jib, look, it's turned out as bad. Or he's possessed him. Once we've confirmed it's all been carried out, we'll release the hostage.
What are you talking about, Inspector Cavaniello? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted.
Does it really matter who the hostage is?
Bitch.
Life is a life. What did you call me? Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look even paler than ever. Not saying something.
What in the world? What is going on, Inspector Cavaniello?
If you know the name of the guy doing the kidnapping, why didn't you go to the press? Because he's in charge of the police. The Rock of the Gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabaniela's call proved that to us. Smiley, smiley. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? I'm glad I can stop calling the guy in red us. Who am I? I'm even further from knowing when I started. Chances are chances are good most of your replies from now on will be smile. That makes sense. That's fair. Oh, 12:55. We're getting on. So I have had a suspicion that we were not the guy in red from the beginning. There was a line right at the start, which was like, you know, it revealed the body and it's like, that's me. Well, I mean, I'm dead. I can't remember, but do you see any other bodies around? And I'm like, you don't say things like that in mystery games without there being a reason. So yeah, I've certainly had that suspicion, but there's another step to it, but I'm sure we'll get there. We got an illustration of the little park. The environments in this game are very pretty, in a kind of like almost like toy kind of way, like very sort of bright colors and little places. It's very cool. Good for like gaming, knowing where you can do things and what you need to pay attention to and what you don't. It's good. Him with Lynn putting on the wrong face when her spirit woke up. Yes, exactly. That was like, okay, so this can happen. But there was another hint before that. Was it? No, before? No, after that. But anyway, we'll blah, blah, blah. Don't know if you were there for that and you missed the very beginning of the first stream. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Also, you don't know if you would have picked up on it if I was. That's fair. That's fair. To be fair, when I watched the first, 2 hours when Barry played it or whenever, I didn't pick up on it then. It was only on playing it myself. I was like, I'm going to pay more attention now. I know this is a weird mystery. The linked path. Let's save and let's continue. 2:55 a.m., chapter 15. I can't remember how many chapters this game has. 18? 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage. And... No, that's... And then was killed by a meteorite fragment. We were literally told that guy's name wasn't Sissel, but whatever. That's alright, our character's not paying attention, it's fine. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. Also, you're now mostly upset about Jowd being stupid. That's fair. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin for my last memory. Coffin. Oh, okay. Yeah, Well then. I see myself. Yeah, okay, that doesn't fit in with any of my theories. Well, it fits in with the main one, but we'll see. You have big smiley faces. Hey, look, it's the red guy. He got shot, but he's back. I guess it's the second time, but we have precedent. Also, killed Caminilla. I guess I give the voice. Okay, so here's the thing. When Lynn died and thought she was Cabaniella, I spoke with Cabaniella's voice. So I'm guessing that voice is this guy, not the voice of whoever we are. So, just to keep it consistent. There you are, Commander Sith, finally.
Well, Cecil, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
I thought they wanted to kill him.
Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
Yes.
I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal.
They had a deal? What is happening?
What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
Yeah, we can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Cecil.
So it's Cecil. His name is Cecil. No, okay, the guy from 10 years ago wasn't Cecil, but this is Cecil. Good idea, otherwise this could get pretty confusing. Over chicken, yes, we'll have chicken. Order some chicken. The guy Jowd knew who he said he shot, but he didn't. On the police report, his name wasn't Cecil. However, the person that Lynn went to see, this guy, is Cecil. Or his name was given as Cecil. So probably the same male, maybe the same. I don't know. Maybe a ghost inhabiting the body. I've lost track at this point. We're not Cecil. Presumably, we're not the guy in red. Either of them. Well, maybe with the first one. I don't know. Who knows at this point? Maybe the real Cecil were the friends we made along the way. We'll find out.
Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep. But I know it's always been darkest before the dawn.
3 streams ago, you didn't know what darkness was. But whatever. Artistic license. Okay, these two again.
Yes, we are nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All the preparations are complete, sir. We just have a little report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Lights? Aliens?
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. Intimidator. Yes, we're very close.
Well, we're now just connected from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Are you in a UFO?
Very well.
The blue people aliens. I'm starting to think so. Why does this building have a periscope? Well, it makes sense why the thing wasn't... Yeah, here we go, getting a zoom out. Certainly a ship. Submarine, maybe? Submarine. Okay, not a UFO. Not so bad. Submarine. Yeah, periscope, see? Yeah, Strawberry Man got it. Submarine.
Nice try, Inspector Cavaniella. But you could never stop me.
See, he's the evil one. Look, he does the evil face. We've never done that face. We've done Gormless. Not this.
See ya, sucker.
He's doing the evil face. Poirot, he's doing the evil voice. I did say, fingers crossed, Caminiella's gonna die. I forgot I said that, but...
So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? Or whoever that was, whoever that is. If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right?
Who knows at this point? Well... Okay, no, actually, maybe. When I was writing up my thoughts from last stream in my little diary, there was one thing I could not get my head around, which was what is the relationship between red guy and blue guys? Because it seemed, at some points it seemed to corroborate, at some points it seemed to contradict. And now I'm starting to think it's deliberately convoluted in that way, so... Surely you can trust a guy named Lord Sith, yeah. We knew he was a villain, there was no question about that. I'll watch it turn out to be the good guy.
Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him.
Hey, dude, can I wander around first? What's this book?
The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is balanced so precariously, it's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even reach up here? And I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him.
Good point. We can knock that off again. Right, Cavaniello. You got some explaining to do. Are you even the red guy and not just taking his face as a ghost? I have been under the suspicion we are not the red guy and never were. We just saw a body and went, yep, that's us, in the same way that Lynn thought that she was Cavaniello when she died. I have a theory as to who we are, but we'll see.
Hey, do you think you could wake up for me?
We'll get to that.
Oh boy, still unconscious, huh?
I would say, when I'm standing here saying, I have a theory and I know all that sort of stuff, literally every other theory I've had about this game has been wrong. So, do not take this for, like, me knowing what I'm talking about or trying to be grandiose about my predictions or whatever.
I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it.
Are we also I mean, there's time travel shenanigans, maybe. Tick-tock, tick-tock. If I could turn back time. 4 minutes before death. Here we go.
Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call.
He's doing under duress.
That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country.
And call him a good boy like that. This is normally RPG times. Oh no, I'll try and finish it tonight.
What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit?
Oh, I got beaten up.
What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive?
Why are you doing this?
Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago.
Okay, so you are the guy from 10 years. Okay. I guess you can stick around as a ghost for longer than most people.
Don't be ridiculous! It was a meteorite that stole your life, or have you forgotten that?
Bang.
Wrong.
Your hand, okay.
I was murdered by all of you.
Don't seem to, okay. You're a robot. I don't know.
Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there when I was running.
Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park.
If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking it hostage.
That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard.
And I've had to listen to Jowd. And finally you, Inspector Cabanela.
Me?
Presumably he's the reason he was in prison.
If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid.
Oh, did he arrest him to cover up for something that he did?
You were so proud of your spotless record, and my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only 2 people knew the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd.
You see what God did? You have one guy taking all the blame and another guy that's taking none of it. Yeah. It's called yin-yang, you know, balance.
I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who knew about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are.
I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway.
Well, wow, that's a tangle of limbs. Look at that. Right back in there.
Ye gods!
Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on that spotless white coat.
Ye God. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird line, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, this guy's got some possessing stuff going on.
This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsic.
Boom. Okay.
Revenge, that's what I'm up to. None of that makes any sense.
It's not you.
Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on?
Oh, Inspector Cabanela, he's awake.
My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanela character who just got shot is me?
That's right.
And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me?
I guess so.
No, you don't get so. You know not.
But you couldn't be, could ya?
Huh?
After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you?
I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need.
So, you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby.
What does that mean?
Because there's a very important life here somewhere, a life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby.
Yours or Camilla? Trick time. Well, what's being said?
Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead?
Imbued from the alien meteorite? Yeah, we've got conversations going on, but there's also thoughts.
So, are you a manipulator too?
I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures.
Anywho, I think you better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky.
You're right. I'd better be careful.
Guess I can't get up on this book, but can't go anywhere from here. There was this. Is he gonna notice this? Probably. Ooh, here we go.
Whoa, what's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So, you're here, are you?
Okay, maybe this will get confusing with voices. I'll try and make that one sound more evil.
So, you're here, are you? You sense my presence.
Oh, hi. How you doing? You alright? Love the suit. Big fan of a white tie on a black shirt.
I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything.
Fourth wall? What fourth wall?
Damn it!
Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white.
Swing, swoosh.
Wait, don't shoot!
Why would he not shoot? Why do you think that would work?
This other me knows the powers of the dead as well.
Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!"
It looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. Now, I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. I guess I better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues.
Do you know what's really surprising? I'm making all these voices. Kiki is asleep, like 3 feet away from me. Has not moved at all. I thought she'd get up for sure. Well, what can I do? I mean, I can close that. Will he notice that? Okay, that's more subtle. Can I get up to this book? It's still examined. It's not like rock or anything. So that'll whistle eventually, right? Aha. Oh, that's on the floor now. Oh, and I've trapped myself. Okay. Let's start that again, shall we? Okay, be the kettle. He'll knock it down. We can go downstairs or towards the rockety thing or whatever. Yeah, da.
Metal Gear.
I will say, didn't see a submarine coming. Boom. Now we're on the floor. Good. We can move around and see what's going on down here. Yes.
Look at this place.
Geiger counter?
What in the world happened here?
I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here,
That's why they call you a detective.
and now there's another death lying hidden here.
Oh dear, Camilla's under there.
What? Another death?
Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life, valuable to the nation here?
I thought you were talking about you.
I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby.
Pigeon Man! No, the pigeon! Oh!
Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy?
At least you're self-aware. Okay, pigeon guy's dead. I tried to move this last time and it didn't. Oh, no, it does now. Plonk. Something. Oh, that was time. Okay. Measuring device. Measuring device. Toolbox. Oh, hang on. Well, let's examine this. See what it is.
This is some kind of device.
fountain of knowledge.
Very astute observation.
Sorry, my memory isn't working.
Yeah, mine ain't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody using this equipment though.
I don't know what you expected from somebody who doesn't know what science is. Look, and we fall over. Good, good. But nothing in the toolbox. Nothing. Wheel. Okay, fine. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Excuse me. Are you awake?
Of course. I never sleep during work hours.
Professor, do you recognize me?
There's only one hazing character in a white coat that I know of.
He hasn't lost his memory.
I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanilla, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like you didn't just blow up the place.
Are you talking about me?
Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my shop friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful.
There's the face. That's us. That's us there. Not evil, that. Whatever that is.
Ouch, that hurts.
There's our Sissel.
Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death, in order to change your fate, that is.
But aren't we already in the past, man?
But we can go back even further, I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanilla. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. A lead.
Deathception. Just keep piggybacking off deaths. Eventually we'll be in the Middle Ages. We will stop the plague. Okay, so they Sorry, I was examining this scene of Cabanilla on the chair and the scientist.
Have I told you too, your fates are in the hands of a man who can't read?
No, that probably wouldn't help morale. Sorry, I was looking at this scene. The guy was waving his thing, his detector. Cabanilla was there on the thing, and I was like, oh, right, okay, so they set this up to try and work out what happened before, because this is part of the investigation thing, hired a scientist to sort that out. All that was going through my head before I noticed that the body was on the table. I'm very observant.
How many times do I have to tell you, Professor, this place is dangerous?
Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead. But, just as I thought, I'm getting a reading.
Pigeon! It's the pigeonometer!
This is the source of his powers. If I remove it...
The asteroid in his heart.
He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect, it's a spirit.
You're ridiculous.
Sorry, I just remembered a joke. So, you figured it all out, huh?
Huh?
Yep.
You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanilla.
Huh. So it's really true, you're...
I wasted a lot of time tonight, Inspector, because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. Big shell. I control everything. This shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn.
So it's true, you were manipulating my baby that time? You made her shoot your shell? But why? Why would you do a thing like that?
To ruin her?
To create a conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jowd did. Now then, Professor, I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you.
Oh, yeah. So why don't you let me live then?
I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, wherever we are. I'll be leaving Narnia through the wardrobe. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room.
Spin.
And this time, this thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll be all over. It'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way.
Phew. You missed the pigeon. Don't attack the pigeon.
Professor, look out!
There's a bomb. Boom. Caminella survived then. Oh, no, with his athletic prowess. Sissel thoroughly unharmed.
Dynamite, huh? When the devil did he put that there?
He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear.
His corpse disappeared?
More? Just more. Oh, yeah, the blue doctor.
That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter impostor.
How did the red guy not get blown up? Same reason his hand isn't getting burned. Something's up with that as well.
He said he was gonna take the corpse back to the lab. But he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't gonna let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, huh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body.
Neither did you. You would have noticed blue skin.
I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off.
And then bought him off.
I had him smuggle the corpse to this room.
Maybe he didn't get hurt, but more he didn't feel it? Yeah, probably. If that body's just a shell. Yeah, if you're just possessing a body, yeah, do you feel... Yeah, maybe. Good enough explanation for now.
I thought we could find the source of his power. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn.
And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind.
I mean, who is he? Why was he arrested? Any of that? Stole a corpse from a crime scene? Yes. He's a good detective. It's his crime scene, to be fair.
I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here?
You just thought of it.
No time for thinking now, baby. That's my motto. I've been living with it for 30 years. Action is the name of the game.
No, the name of the game is Ghost Trick, and it implies puzzles.
Work your magic and take us back even further into the past.
Can we go 10 years back if we get hold of his body? Or is he not technically dead? I don't know. Well, we can use the body. We can get in there. If we get in there, can he not get in there? Doesn't mind it. Thoughts?
All right, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you?
Easy enough for you to say.
No time for thinking. Did J.J. Abrams write this?
Foolish of you to say, too. If you'll stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way.
Fair enough. Then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you?
I repeat, easy enough for you to say.
And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye.
Well, what do you propose then, Prof? Pray tell.
And your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing.
Timing. Great.
Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with these people?
Anywho, jump in there and do something.
So what happens if I'm in the shell? Well, if the explosion's going off and I release the hatch, it just fall down, right? Be fine. Oh no, he doesn't have a core. It was the measuring device. I saw it wrong.
What do you think you're doing?
Trying stuff, seeing what happens.
I just thought I'd try it out.
If you do, you're gonna set the contraption into motion.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought. He just thought it'd blow me up, is what he thought.
Oops, that was my bad. But there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room.
So there's this. We can examine this.
What in the world is this thing?
This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsic radiation, it responds.
Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing?
I guess sometimes it's important not to think too much about things.
Sure, what a sorry pair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand in. Welcome to Shutakumi's writing. Dialogue, 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 dialogue.
Ridiculous. Oh no.
Man's your favorite character. Any problems with the game, he redeems. I didn't notice, when did the dynamite appear? Was that just behind his head?
It's just like you said. I'm evil.
Time is passing, I know.
Now then, Professor. I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that I exist. Along with this contraption in this room.
G.
As you perhaps may have already noticed, time is running out, baby.
Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know. But you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here.
Yeah, it looks like it's all over.
Unless I find another path, I'm sort of at a deadlock here.
Cecil. I don't know who this is.
Hey, I already know that voice. This is the voice of the guy playing the game.
Help me.
Where are you?
Find me. Ray, maybe? Before I'm carried away.
What's with the frail sounding call for help?
Should have said it was frail before I voiced it.
He's here somewhere.
Friend of yours?
A friend of yours.
Missile.
Yep, little guy that looks a little fragile but has strength that'd surprise you.
Well, he's asking you to find him.
And before he is carried away, no less.
But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him?
I can't get on the Cupid, so I'm still kind of stuck here.
It's no use, I can't open it.
Oh, you could have told me that.
Could the fact that the professor is standing on it had anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set.
You sound so proud of that fact, too.
This door! Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life's so hard. It can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yes, that's why we're both dead.
A door that opens downwards, huh? Cecil? There he is again. Farewell.
No farewells.
Sounds like your...
Sounds like your little pal was carried away.
where was he?
Maybe you should have tried to find him somehow. Maybe you should have looked around, you know, from the corner to corner, baby.
Now what? Maybe I should start over.
Yeah, you think?
It's no use, I can't open it.
I know. Yeah, we talked about this, yes. Yep. Downwards, door, downwards, yep. That, yep. Oh, restart. Try again. Right, where the hell's missing? And can we swap this door with one that opens downwards? Oh! Rats! Is there a leaf in that bin? Your little friends. I'm watching the rats. Squeak. But yes, I know. And can you get me a cheeseburger and the fries? Yeah, you'll be leaving the country, I know. I want to see I don't care about you. I want to see the rats. No? Okay, that wasn't it. Oh, no, here it is. Here we are. Leaf! Boom! Cecil, here I am!
Oh, hey, it's...
Missile!
What are you doing here?
Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there?
No, that's okay, never mind. And anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out?
Of course! Here, let me come join you. Whoop. Okay, here I am, Cecil.
Now, maybe things will flow in a new direction.
Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Fate has changed, somehow. Fate's changed, but there's still like 1 second to go. What's this? Thoughts. Okay, let's stop that explosion.
No, we can't do that.
Okay, let's take care of the man in red then.
No, we can't do that either.
We can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do? The best character returns.
We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best.
We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance.
Yeah, Missile, you can hop around, can you? What looks the same? Oops. Hang on. Get you out of there. Oop, whoop. Oop. Toy cake. Ball. Lamp. Teflon. Anything else down here? How are the rats? They're right. Stop connecting to that, please. I know I keep telling you to do it, but stop it. All I can see is a ball and a tire. They are not close enough. Oh, bin, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, I thought that looked a bit like the... It does look like that. Okay, can we swap the door for the bin lid? How do we do that? Okay, those two stacks. Okay, we let the mice get together. They get the thing, knock over the bin. I get the lid, swap the thing out. Hey, miss, a lot's happened. Kiro's correct. How are you doing? You alright? Have you had a lovely day?
Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something.
Sissel! My animal instincts are starting to surface.
If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. A rat feast!
Back from Christmas food shopping. Did you get lots of nice things? Did you get lactose-free, gluten-free chocolate whipped cream? If not, why not? Maybe it went well. Eat. We're a face thief. Yes, we're not the guy in red. You've had a day. Oh no. Relax. Relax with some cute rats.
There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can.
Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that.
A bigger commotion, huh?
Would it possibly help if I gave them a bit of a leg up?
Hit the girl. More! Yes! All the rats! Here they come. They're all coming in.
Now that's what I call some proper commotion.
No, you didn't. Boo. I'm gonna place an order online to be delivered to your house. And that would be really weird.
They're making that trash can dance.
Truth be told, I feel a little like dancing now myself.
You're dead. Shush.
It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back.
What a dangerous bunch.
Trick time. Knock over the thing. Yes. Excellent. Fantastic. Good times. I can swap you with a tire now. As you roll, get you up there, and then you fall over and you'll be the right thing. Like that. Do I have to time this or? Might be too early.
Oh, look out!
No, got the right time. Captain Yeller and Pigeon Man are dead. Well, we've just saved Pigeon Man, so... Everyone's dead. A couple of people. Pigeon! No, he's been separated from his pigeon.
Sorry, little pigeon.
Also, this guy's died many times. And isn't us. I think his name is Sissel, although it might not be Sissel. A lot happened. There was a meteorite involved. Long story. A lot's happened. A lot faster than I thought it would.
Sorry, little pigeon.
Oh, that's the bone thing he was talking about.
As for you, Inspector...
You all been drinking? No. Jowd has.
I have a little job for you.
I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones.
Jowd's allowed, yes. Jowd's even stupider than we thought he was. He hasn't killed anyone. He thought he killed 2 people. He's killed no one.
No, I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. Might make you hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually.
Damn you!
Also, this guy in red is the manipulator.
I am the manipulator.
If anyone knows the reference, good job. Pigeon guy saved.
Yes, I can't believe it.
He's killed no one, but he still felt guilty for not killing someone who isn't even dead. Or who is dead, but who keeps using his own body as a shell to keep living. And it might have something to do with a meteorite. Also, we don't yet have the whole story. We still don't know who the guy is, why he was imprisoned in the first place, what the blemish on Cabanella's record is, what the hell the blue guys are doing in a submarine. There's a lot going on. What their deal is with the guy in red, who I think is called Sissel, but might also not be called Sissel. Much more to go. Yeah, they're in a submarine. Do you know the guys from the beginning who were in like an evil like lair, but with like harpsichord music and looked all fancy? Turns out that's in a submarine.
Yeah, you lot actually pulled it off.
Sorry, Inspector Cabanella, I couldn't do anything to help you.
And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoy the show.
It's a fancy chandelier and a spinning painting, yes. Chandeliers, they're trouble in this game.
The magic disappear in act, that is. Nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one who managed to vanish without a trace here.
Updated the phone book. Who are you, by the way? Good question.
What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor justice minister a real fright.
Just gonna smile and nod politely at this stream.
Oh, phone call. Yes, he was.
No, that's us, isn't it?
Oh, the phone call. Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, mister.
Huh?
You really shouldn't be mean like that.
Huh? They have a lair in their sub. Sounds like a paramilitary evil organization, like Cobra or something. Maybe, probably. Who knows? Still think aliens.
The moon.
And what's this lively little creature?
Oh, this little doggy's the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or that he would be if he was actually still full of life.
Mistle's still dead, by the way, because he wanted to stay dead. Because while dead, he has a bunch of power to help people. So while dead, for now, we're just gonna go save people. He also got blown away as a leaf. There are 18 chapters in this game, it'll be a little while more. Yeah, cool. We won't finish it tonight then.
Camilla, gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage.
Thunderbirds, yeah. Maybe it's the Misterons.
Yes, cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute! Miss Camilla is a hostage?
Yeah, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla, a hostage? What's a hostage?
Makes sense? Understandable.
Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now.
But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Sissel?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Don't ask Sissel. He doesn't know what a hostage is either.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought.
I mean, you kind of are. You're incidental to this story. Mr. Ons were the bad guys in Captain Scarlet. Yes, I know. But I also couldn't remember who the bad guys were in Thunderbirds, or was that Cobra? I don't know.
All right, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs. So our first step is to get up there.
Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you.
Pew, pew, pew. Okay. Well, we'll do that ourselves, I guess. Pigeon Man.
Yes, okay, Lavidov. We need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it. And don't drop it.
Pigeon! The bird that flies us a disproportionately small distance. Thinking. Thunderbirds were international rescue operating in secret from fabulous and tropical Tracy Island. Yes. Cobra was G.I. Joe, if you remember, right?
You've got grit, little pigeon.
Are you dead as well?
I better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Missile's waiting for me. I better hurry.
Up we go!
There you are, Sissel!
Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the inspector will be killed by a gun.
You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you?
There you go with that stuff.
Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way.
Wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cavaniella without him noticing.
Whoa, it's even worse than last time.
Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Next bit has a funny fail state you can get into if you don't find it yourself, or put a vid in it in Discord after you finish. Oh, I'll probably find a way to fail, don't worry about that.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Cecil. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap V.
Cool. So what do we... Can I swap the bullet for something? Well, I can't do anything right now, so let's hop on over to you. Okay, we can... A knit hat. Interesting. Photos. Microscopy. A step ladder. Desk lamp. Foam kettle. Not a lot looks the same, does it? V for very good boy. I mean, getting the knit hat on the floor would probably not make a noise and thus be less noticeable. But can't seem to reach that far. Nothing else over here? No. Talk?
So, Cecil, could you explain something to me? Exactly how did the man in white die?
He got shot with a gun.
Gun, huh? I've always wondered about those things. How come people die when they hear that loud bang?
Why do they? I don't remember.
Brother, I hope I never lose my memory. Mr. Whitecoat here died because he got shot with a bullet. Bullet! A little lump of metal. It proves fatal when it gets lodged in his head. Aha! I get it. It's like a little tiny Mino, right?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. Different shape, though.
In that case, I ought to be able to use my powers on it to save the man in white. Hey, it's good news, Whitecoat.
Can anybody here just call me Cavaniella?
No. Can I swap the bullet for the helmet? Cecil really can't do anything, can he? Absolutely not, Whitecoat. The kettle falls on the floor, doesn't it? Yes, we saw this earlier. Get that cat on the floor. Bang. Good. Okay, now we can move around. We're in the death phase, so we can't move the thing. It's still too far though. Right? I want the knit hat because the solid hat will probably hurt quite a lot. Get that kettle on the floor. Everybody walk with dinosaur. Exactly. See, Miss knows. Miss gets it. I was about to say, would it be sensible to have dropped the hat when he thumped to make him think that his thump did that, but we can't get to the hat to do that. Puzzles. Well, the only thing we seem to be able to change with Missile is the hats, as far as I can tell. So this has to be down to Cecil to do something. I want to swing this and hit him in the face. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, he moved. Boo. Yeah, I know.
Never seen a ghost word like this.
Yeah, we've seen this fail state before. He looks at us and gets all creepy. I hate it. Retsuda guy will know. I just wanted to bonk him in the head, that's all. Then the gun comes out, the thing swings. And yeah, I can't do anything while this is happening, so yeah. No fourth wall here. This guy knows. He's a manipulator. Down, 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 down. Does he look away at any point? He just said when he looks away. Okay, I'm just gonna let it happen. See what we're working with here. Yep, we know the bullet is the key. Let's go. Multiple manipulators here, and you don't just mean missile and system. I mean, we are. Oh, well, no. Yeah, so you've still got to wait. Yeah, let's just see what's going on. Thwomp. Oh, hang on. Oh, Kiki wants to escape. 1 second. She wishes escape. Hello. They not help her immediately. Useless servant, what's she paying you for? Welcome back. We're back. Oh. Resume. Oh, he has turned around. I knock this over? It's still gonna make a noise, right? Oh no, I can't even move it now. I can't manipulate that now. Okay. Get in the. There we go. Okay, I can't use that. We could spin the lamp. Oh, I'm bloody missile. Okay, swing this. So it's facing that way. Get up here. Rock the helmet. Oh, timing. Sorry, I forgot I was missile. She must escape the screen. She's trying. Blah, 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 blah. Almost. I'm still not certain this is gonna work. I want the knit hat. Yes, you control everything. Reset.
If I could turn back time.
There we are. Yep, the bullet will be the key that unlocks Caraniella's head. Okay, wait for the thump. Then he turns away for dramatic effect. That's when we get in there. Oh, right. Immediately get where we want to go. Point. No, you still hear it. Oh, no. Ah, what was that? Aha, okay. What was that noise? Actually worked. H. But tonight's execution will be quite a relief, etc., etc. We have heard this. Point. It's the kind of guy you are. Whew.
I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway.
Boom. And he gets shot. Turns into a ragdoll of limbs. Not our ragdoll, obviously. Back up. Because he's just controlling the body. Someone is anyway. Oh. Could we have used that slide, maybe? Could we have been on the thing when that happened? I don't know, maybe not. But it's a thought.
Yikes! I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. Looking very good on it. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him.
Then why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at all?
Time's almost up. There's enough chit-chat.
But now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance. Now then, Inspector, time to make a big red stain on that spotless white coat.
Okay. I'm waiting for a bullet. No, yes, no.
This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temzik.
He's going to shoot. It's too late. It's no use. Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do.
I don't see anything to swap the bullet with.
Oh, I thought the bullet would be like a little slug at the end of a bullet. It looks like a helmet.
Yeah, I guess you didn't make it in time.
I'm so sorry, Inspector. I guess left to try again.
Again? I'm gonna get shot again.
What? Oh, the book. That looks bullety. And that would reach. Look at that. That's fine. What's the problem? Needs to be the same shape and orientation. Oh. Right, so we need to knock the book off. Bang. Which makes me wonder something.
If I want to save the Inspector in white without the guy noticing, I have to do something about the bullet after it's fired.
I can swap it with something you know.
Then I guess I better look for something with the same shape.
Given that I haven't been shown the shape of the bullet. Anyway.
Guess I better rewind the clock.
Right. Do this all again. Here we are. Why are we allowed to do these? Does that not matter? I guess it doesn't matter. No, you don't want to be in there. Oh. We can turn this on. I don't know what that would do. I'll do it now. You can only examine this book. Do it real quick.
Top of this bookshelf's lined with books. How does the old pigeon guy even reach up here? I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch these books for him. I ain't telling.
So many mysteries surrounding this old man.
Yeah, but never mind those.
It has to be this, is why we don't. But what do we want with that? It's weird that there's the knit hat, right? There's the helmet and the knit hat. So far I haven't done anything different, but we might be able to do something when he gets shot. I can't get to the thing, which is annoying. We want to get the book down, or the book knocked off, or something. That's the kind of guy you are. Why are you saying that's there? You're pointing very deliberately. Is that something I can use? What do missiles' powers do? They swap two things that are the same shape. And orientation, apparently. Oh, so I guess I couldn't swap the hats anyway, because they were pointing in different directions. Wait, hang on. Shoot. Boom. There it goes back. Now it comes back forwards. Does it come further forwards? It does. So now, I'll be able to move the step ladder over here. Examine these. I can jiggle a knit hat and get it on the thing. Boom, can swap those over. Then the hat will fall down, look like that. Is that the shape we want it to be? No, but it might. We knock that off. Can jiggle it again, and then it'll fall on the step ladder, maybe? Yes. Yes! That looks like a bullet. Swoosh, gun.
This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Thunk.
He's going to shoot us, it's too late. It's no use. Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do.
I don't see anything to swap the bullet with.
Are you literally on it? There's a bullet. Looks like a bullet. It's a hat, but it's a hat. I thought I did it.
I guess you didn't make it in time.
It's what the... I was very close. Took it one step too far. Had it before the last move. Oh, see? So it was when it was up on the thing. When it was the semicircle. So I was right with the shape the first time, but the game told me there was nothing to swap it with. Even though there was something there originally that was the same shape. That's why I wanted to knock it off, because I thought the game was telling me, oh, that's not the shape of the bullet. You had to be facing that way, like the hat, the other hat was. I mean, to be fair, if I did swap with that hat, it probably would have killed him from blunt force trauma, but... Same shape, not facing the same way. No, the hat that was already there, the other hat. The hat's now facing up. The helmet, yeah. So confused, me too. It had to knock it down earlier. It's now facing up. Yes. What? Okay. do we want the knitted hat on the hook above us now, facing left? Is that what we're aiming for? Because if so, yes. If so, that's the shape the helmet was at the beginning when the game told us we didn't have anything the right shape. That's what I'm saying. Either way, I'm restarting. From the beginning, skip through dialogue. I'm not having to go at you, I'm having to go at the game. Game telling me that there's nothing there, and then it turns out there is something there. At that point, the helmet was already on the ground. Oh yeah, that was because of the orientation. Oh, okay. Is that the failure state? Okay, let's do that as the failure state. Is it him getting smacked in the face with a helmet? Okay, I thought, for some reason, this was before I thought orientation was the thing. Okay, that's fair. Either way, let's do the failure state, sounds fun. Okay, my combination of falsified memories. Can we speed things up? I want to see what happens if he gets hit in the face with a helmet. Speed of a bullet. Yeah, sorry, I thought, yeah. Because at the time, I didn't know orientation was a thing, and I tried the helmet, so I stored in my brain, right, helmet's wrong shape. By the time we got around to doing the hat thing, I was like, okay, well, we can't have the hat on the hook, because that's the wrong shape. But if I have it fall down, that looks more like a bullet shape. That must be the shape that we were looking for, because the previous shape was wrong. Turns out, no, the orientation was wrong. Get you thinking, yeah. A part of it is my brain, like, thinking, well, it's the same shape. You can't tell me there's nothing there of the right shape, because there is something there of the right shape, just facing the wrong way, but the game's saying you have the wrong shape. And I'm like, no, they are the same shape. I blame localization. Right. Let's see what we can do with the helmet. Yeah, it wasn't facing the right way. And I didn't internalize that because I didn't know that was a thing. This was another condition of my deal, etc., etc. I've said this 7 times before. You're scared to shoot! No, wait, our chance is coming up. The last split second, right? Leave it to me! What? Ah, there we go. Pew. Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance! I'm here to end the bullet right now. Good reflexes. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? Yes, our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as that bullet. But now you say direction. Only when there is something already there, you say direction. Also, I can't see what shape it is because there's a massive ghost in front of it. Oops. How do it now? Swap the hanging bullet with something else. There's gotta be something here with the same shape. Boom. Bonk. Missile is unfortunately not a topologist. Well, that didn't go well. Au contraire. We tried swapping with what we could find, but we just made things worse. Not nice, kids. Not nice at all. You put a dent in my lovely mask. Mask? Handsome Jack? I guess we better look for something softer to swap with. There's the fail state. It's a good fail state. I think it went perfectly. That was for Jeeb. Rewind. Okay, we know what to do now. We know what to do. Now I know I'm looking for something that isn't bullet-shaped, but is bullet-shaped. You know, not bullet and casing shaped. I'm surprised this game was actually that, you know, had that much attention to detail. Yes, I'm here. Do you not remember the last times we attempted this? Okay, so first things first, swap things round, knock the helmet off. Once the kettle's done. Bonk. door. Okay, up to the thing. Wait for you to turn around. Point. Haha. Done. Knock off helmet. What was that noise? Okay, now wait for shooting to happen. Hang on. Cabanela, Cabanela said, "Oh yeah, I know I wasn't going to kill him."
Whose footprints are these?
Whose footprints are these? Cabanela said, "I knew I wasn't going to kill him with the shot." And we're like, "Why did you do it then?" And then we interrupted him before he could answer. Like, was he setting this up? Did he know? I'm intrigued. There's more he knows that we don't know. Oh, sorry. Cecil's in there. I mean, Bissell. It's fine. I can keep track. Move. Over here. Knitted hat. Jiggle the knitted hat. The standard video game trope. Maybe we know that he does know about manipulators, or he has massive ego. Oh, keep it. We want... Well, then we want... Missile now to swap those over. Pew pew. And now that's on the hook. Okay, that's all we need. Nothing more. Well, would you look at that? Right on the hook.
I love knit hats, so warm and most of all soft.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down.
Ah, I thought so. Alright, get in there. Good boy. He's just gonna get a hat on his face. Do you not think the guy's gonna notice this? When he fires a bullet and the hat hits his face? I don't know how they expect this to end, but... that was another condition of my deal. Don't mind having it, everybody. No bad times, Nick.
He's going to shoot.
Split second. Leave it to me. They mentioned last time he was investigating those weird... Yeah, he was investigating the crimes. He set this whole thing up with the body and whatnot, and also the Rube Goldberg machine, presumably to work out what was going on. We also don't know why he arrested this guy in the first place. That might just be coincidental, I don't know. There's a lot going on. An all-star, you say? Does that mean they're going to get their game on? They're going to go play, certainly.
Yeah, but look at that. The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
Now's our chance! I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else.
What?
That's our only hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's got to be something here of the same shape and direction as that bullet. Yes. A knitted hat. Whoop. Pew. Oof. Okay, so he just didn't notice. It was still enough impact to knock him out of the chair, but he just didn't notice that there was a hat there. Okay, that's how they explain that.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act.
Now I say again.
Yeah, he might be an idiot too. Everyone's an idiot. We can rely on that.
I love a knit hat, so warm and most of all soft.
Did I do it all right? Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life.
And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, what I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor?
So, you two were working together?
That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. We thought we could make it if we try.
I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back to our time.
We have to rescue Miss Camilla!
You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too.
That amazing, Missile, you're the best. Missile's grand and great and good.
Thump. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanela, the man in red left. And now, a new story is about to unfold in a new present. Present.
How are you feeling, you old crazy character?
Still broken bones and all that.
Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, huh?
Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building.
Let's just pray the boys came through for us.
Oh, no. Damn it, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, buddy of mine. The boys.
What my neighbors think. Gee, what are we thinking?
Well, looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, I can't call that a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I better talk to them.
Hey, Cabby. Sorry. White coat. That was the name.
If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now.
I may be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way.
Yeah, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so, helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen.
Yeah, I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him.
Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go on ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost.
Who am I? That's it, really? Rwengi.
That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago.
Yeah, he's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame.
But what about what about when he said this? What about when he said this?
What? What? What does that question mean? Am I missing something? My brain might have stopped working. What about when he said what? When he said this? Are we emphasizing when in this sentence? What about when he said this? Click next. Okay, oh, okay. What about what he said? This! Okay. The emphasis was on this. Okay, got it. Alright, sorry.
I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner, Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park, and finally you, Inspector Cabanela. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid.
So what did he do? What did he do? He burned his hand, is what he did.
Yes. 10 years ago, on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes.
2. Impressive. Okay.
Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it.
Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course.
Only two.
But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell.
But
I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard, I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. I gave him a number and said, call me.
Is, Chief Inspector? Sure.
Come in here, go a minute.
No, the chief, that's the chief. Okay, so, the guy? The Jout?
Chief wants to see you about your report. That's not the voice. I'm someone else. I'm the chef. I used to be a policeman, you know. Funny how these things end up. Always wanted to cook chicken, though. No chicken restaurants anywhere. And then I quit the force, set up my own, massive success.
Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room.
Gun? Yes, you're an idiot.
My gun. How could you? I used my gun to escape.
How do you leave a gun in interrogation? Why did you have a gun in the interrogation room? What is wrong with you?
What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place.
Cool. Manipulate. It just seems like a bad idea. Exactly. To be fair, he calls it a mistake. That's fair enough. It's more than Jout.
We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication.
Overseas communication? Another country? What?
For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office.
Why'd you have your gun lying around in the first place? Using it to scratch your head, probably. Chad would just go, well, guess that means I killed everyone, off to go get executed.
Those two inmates at the special prison, huh?
Yes.
We kept tabs on the communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were gonna meet tonight and staked it out.
The blue people, not aliens, but foreigners. Ah, different sort of alien. Them.
That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen.
The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to another country in this deal.
It's a submarine.
But we haven't been able to find out where it's gonna surface. It's terrifying to think of what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly unlikely. They use them for peaceful purposes. Bloody foreigners.
Whoa, man, slow down.
And now they have that little girl as a hostage.
Camilla.
We have to stop him before he leaves the country.
Spotless record.
This spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you?
Of course, baby.
Stop calling me baby.
In some ways, it's more important to me than my life.
Than your life, huh?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case.
Huh? The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much?
Of course! Why else, baby?
Because your best friend was caught up in it?
I just never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's gonna prove that Jowd is innocent.
What incredible determination. Must like spaghetti.
Yeah, Manila's determination.
There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why did you help him escape from prison?
It's imperative that I keep my record clean. No one must be aware of how dangerously incompetent I am. I have to ask, as much as you love this man, how did he become a detective? Which one?
That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison's a crime.
Huh?
I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally.
All of them.
And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby.
Lawful evil.
So that's it, huh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions.
Ha! What a little misunderstanding. My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight.
I like how he's just like, yeah, that's Lynn. Yeah, she does this. Don't worry about it. Not evil, just dumb. Lawful dumb. I'll go with that. Lawful dumb. I'm chaotic dumb, personally. Jared, I know you're innocent, but I need you to stay in jail and maybe get executed. Take one for the team, you know? He's been trying to play 5D chess for 10 years and he hasn't got the hang of 2D chess yet. More important things. Let's do them then. How about you? How are you doing? All right.
Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police.
The police, huh?
Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I've investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said.
Lawful stupid is your favorite alignment. Celeb.
There were no signs of life, but he was definitely dead. He was definitely dead. There's no but about it. I don't know why I put a but in there. This is what my wife said to me. But I never filed the autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished.
Yeah, but...
leaving behind only one clue.
Flower?
An
unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night.
What was the clue?
Could you tell me more? Like what that clue was?
Yeah, sure. I have an interest in your recovering your memory and finding your true identity too.
Well, the clue was an unusual corpse. Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead all right, no question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him.
Not a scratch, but I thought it was hit by a meteorite fragment.
I don't understand it any more than you do.
Blunt impact? The corpse left behind a corpse. How unusual. Didn't think to report a corpse being stolen? Well, maybe. Maybe that's why he lost his job. So how did you lose a corpse?
I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy.
You couldn't? What do you mean? Invincible?
The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring, no blood either.
Would you like to know more?
And I've never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us, baby.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared.
What's that?
By standing up and leaving.
Couldn't perform the autopsy. I was very, very drunk.
I was very, very drunk.
It was well guarded, but people can walk out. It's fine. Bailey? Is this your doing?
It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own.
What? Why are you surprised by this?
He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even an explosion could kill him.
And he didn't even feel it when he was slammed his fist on that stove. I like how he's like, an explosion didn't hurt him at all. Also, he burned his hand and didn't realize. Clue left behind. Okay, what's the clue?
The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off the body.
Radiation?
I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what the cause of the radiation was. What kind of radiation it was, not the cause, sorry. Slightly drunk still. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. World, I turned German for a second there.
Aliens?
Wait a minute, could it be? That's right, it was coming from the meteorite fragment.
Fragdal, is this what you were talking about? When you were saying there's something that this game and Fahrenheit have in common? Has he got the chroma? It all boils down to aliens, I swear to God. I mean, a weird sci-fi wibbly-wobbly radiation I can kind of get behind. This game, we're already ghosts, right? They're using a recolored Valheim portal PNG. He's as indestructible as his magnificent hair.
I went to the park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater.
Also, you have the pigeon on your head when you're doing autopsies? Is that normal?
It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that on the corpse.
So destroy the meteorite, huh?
At that time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die and to come back to life. I wanted to research it in all its depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop! Now, Professor, do you want to see me blush?
Cabanilla's arrival. Random powers from space radiation, and also using magic nonsense to control people, technically. It's basically Superman, right?
It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
Not wrong, not wrong.
I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temzik. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
Good retort.
I was investigating the manipulator case then, and then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head.
Oh, it's the gang.
At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this.
The source of my power is not of this world.
Look at the gang all together, not the chief.
And that's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. I made 20, but someone corrected me. The manipulator case and Timzik was somehow connected. Which also explains how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise of a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla.
Thought we were done half an hour ago.
So, that contraption in the basement there. Here, you built that to try and help Detective Jowd.
Yeah, that's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was in with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. The reports of the device he told no one about. Don't ask me, he's a strange man. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried.
Camilla told Jowd it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move.
I added that part to the device and recreated it. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire.
So, that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption.
As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed.
Bit of a jump, but sure. Oh, hi, Lynn.
Inspector Gabaniella!
Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to.
She never looked up to you.
Is that really the image she had of him?
Tiptoe, tiptoe. You're not a cool cat.
Inspector Gabaniella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd.
Who did you hear this from?
This manipulator's such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
He likes to think he is.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw 'em in the slammer.
Yeah, terrible.
Yikes.
Exactly.
Tonight.
Oh, she listened through the door. Ah, okay, fair enough.
I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke.
Got it karma, really.
But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh.
Jowd!
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too. That's pretty extreme while he was at it.
Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me.
Do all the voices. I'm trying.
There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second.
Jowd. Who's that? The bird.
Oh, coat. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day. Don't know why you left it with me, frankly. Ah.
He's got a coat.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come.
Sounded a bit like Miss Alda.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn.
Good coat.
Okay, I'm off then.
Good luck, my old friend. Can you send for an ambulance?
Oh yeah, what's this?
This present you gave me. It's just what I needed, thank you.
Glad you like it.
What? I thought about that. Would have liked more of a magical girl transformation, personally. I'm sure you can animate it. Sissel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Don't call me Sizzle.
You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how?
Oh, hello, you're looking at me. Wait.
We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please?
Okay, fine. I'm counting on you.
This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. All right, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabaniella.
Can you call me an Oh, never mind.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn.
Boom, there we go. Cleared chapter 15. There's still a few chapters to go. That was a long one. We got a new background. Nice. So whenever I play a 4x3 game, we can have that as a background. And I can hide things in the building. Oh, and a dead red man. Obtained a new song. Ghost Trick. Lingering Death. We've got a lot of stuff. And a whole illustration of the submarine. We can have a look at it. And Sissel, red guy. So the problem is, yeah, in my notes, when I came to the conclusion that we weren't the guy in red, I was like, okay, I'm refusing to call the man in red Sissel now. Turns out I got that wrong. Yes, we're going to save. No, we're not going to continue. Because it's already 10. But I want to look at the submarine. Submarine. Oh, it's the zoom out. How much work went into making this bloody submarine? Oh, I like the sailors' outfits. They're neat. The whole engine and well, there we go. There we are. That's Ghost Trick for another week. Had a bonus one. Wonder how much of that you get to manipulate. Oh yeah, good point. I didn't even think of that. Lots of great design. I really want to look up art stuff for this game, but I can't. Spoilers. You are so confused. That's the context you get for that, because that's all the context we have. Glad you caught a bit of the stream. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. I'm glad you caught when Jowd got here and got a code. The reuniting of the incompetent detective twins with their adoptive daughter, who is also an incompetent detective. It runs in the family. But yee, we'll be back with this game at some point in the future. Tuesday, probably. They're truly a family. It's only gonna get weirder from here. There's one thing I'm almost entirely certain of at this point. Everything else, I've not got a clue right now. I don't know what I'm gonna write down for the after this stream. I know almost everything I wrote down yesterday was wrong. Camilla, you know your fate. You also get to be an incompetent detective. Maybe she'll be an incompetent forensic pathologist or something. Dance, dance, dance. Still no bloody idea who Ray is. I mean, I have an idea, but how convoluted that would have to make things. That might happen. We now know that the villain of the game is like bloody Superman because of Meteor, but also at the same time, maybe the Meteor wasn't a coincidence. I don't know. I blame the moon. I want to see your notes on what you thought after this is finished. I think it'll be interesting to look back and go like, okay, this is what I thought, and it was way off, and then I replaced it with this theory, which was even further off. At the very least, I was justified in thinking that we weren't the guy in red. That's part one of that hypothesis sorted. Monsters on the moon. Moon is egg. Moon is neither egg nor full of monsters. But yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know when we want to do a full AU of Final Fantasy IX. I just wanted to play more of this today, so that's what they want you to think. Your theory was that Cecil asked what's the name to, I'm assuming, shoot him, because he wanted to be a ghost. That's obviously not what happened. I was kind of in that camp. I thought it was like, I want to frame you for my murder, and then my soul will go off somewhere else and do some stuff. And then I'll find like a new body or whatever. Like I assumed they knew that they could like body hop, and it's like, okay, if you murder the body I'm in, then you've been framed for murder, and then I'll just get another body. I didn't see Invincible Man coming along. Now you know Cavanier is a good guy and still cares about Jowd. Not surprisingly, most of the Ghost Trick fics on AO3 are about Jowd and Cavanier. Oh no, gee. Turns out people like Cavanier. They get the same theory you currently have about Sissel. Again, I think I've kind of had it confirmed by accident, by just a random spoiler that popped up on the internet. It might still not be. I don't know. But it kind of fits because, well, spoilers. Well, maybe spoilers. I don't know. You've never not liked Cabaniello. He was also suspicious. Yeah. I mean, everyone's suspicious. It's a murder mystery. Speaking of which, at some point, we're going to have to sort out if we want to do this random murder mystery thing. Draw through / RPG. Not entirely sure what it is at this point. It's not really RPG, but everyone gets a character, so. Now he's no longer suspicious. Just a bitch. Yep. I mean, we knew that. You don't have dance moves like that when going downstairs. Be a perfectly ordinary person. And if Jowd's into that, who am I to deny? There you go, miss, you just gotta dance. But yes, I will stop now because it's quite late. So will the game as well, actually. Hi, Poirot. Speaking of murder mystery. No, you don't like Poirot? Oh, that's a shame. But yes, murder mystery draw through thing. We'll chat about this and work out plans. Maybe we'll start it early in the new year at some point. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning, hopefully, with just some doodling. Actually, I might not be. I've got so much stuff to do. It's a very, very busy time of year. I've got a lot of commission stuff and a lot of Christmas stuff. And,
That's battle.
we'll see. That's battle. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I think I can do stuff without that time. Very fair. I feel bad because people like chill into the morning streams. And I don't like taking that away, but I'm less worried about not doing a morning stream than an evening stream, because morning streams were always just kind of like, yeah, just chill, hang out anyway. But don't feel bad. I always feel bad. If people like a thing and then I don't do it, I feel bad. You put yourself in a difficult position. It's not a difficult position. It's just like ambivalence, you know? One feeling over here, one feeling over here. They're pulling in different directions. I'm allowed to be ambivalent, all right? Ambivalence is a strong human trait. Rest. No, I'm not resting. That's not going to happen till the new year. Can't rest. I've got way too much to do to rest. But ye. Anyway, I may or may not have a stream in the morning. You're the type of guy to feel bad for a murder you didn't commit, and also the guy who didn't murder isn't dead or is dead but is still moving around in a body shell. Look, I may relate to Jowd a lot. That's not the point. I wish I had his beard, though. His beard's very good. Be more like Habanero. I can't dance like that. I might maybe be able to pull off the panic dance if I practice, but I'm not like Habanero, that's for sure. But yes, hopefully there will also be a cheap stream. Maybe, possibly, depending on how things go, a Chiba and Kiro stream. I don't know if that's how that's going to work. Cheap stream! Mayhaps, maybe with our friend Kiro. Exciting times. If Jeeb wants. Don't know how far Kiro is. Kiro did mention at the beginning of the stream they were by the plane, I think, now. Almost have Athena at the end. Yeah! Help friends! Friends help friends. Gotta put the bins out, yes, and I've got to sleep. Because you want, yeah! Not dealing with that BS on your own. Friends help friends. We're gonna have a lovely time. But yes. Have a grand old time, everyone. I'll see you around whenever. I'll definitely be back on Saturday. Maybe not Saturday morning, but Saturday evening. Yeah, we'll see. I've just got a lot of stuff to do. Sorry. Have a grand one, everyone. Hope you're enjoying Ghost Trick. I certainly am. It's utterly bizarre, and I'm here for it. I love Utterly Bizarre. Big fan. See, David Cage, this is how you do it. I'd love to do a case study of the difference between David Cage game and this. That fight is completely anti-Aurelia. Yeah, apparently. Very unfair. Very unfair that you make it difficult for the coolest character. You adore this game. It's great, and I can't wait to finish it so I can consume everything about it. Tuesday, we continue. But for now, have a good sleep, everybody, or remainder of your day. Whatever. The time zones, they do a thing. But yee! Also, we need to organise like friend hangouts and stuff at some point. Many things. I will have to post things in Discords and places. The coolest. Ice. Ice wife. Yeah. Bringing some BS along with you to this fight by bringing along the gladiator with the shield. Yes. Protect. Friend, protect. I need to shut up now. Have a good one, everybody. Look after yourselves. Have chill. Go chill. Eat cake. And sleep. That in that order. But then you can loop it if you want. Oh, look, Poirot. Bye, everybody.